Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I have returned because I always return. I'm sorry, for some of you that noticed I weren't around last weekend, I was ill. And of course, this time I return to find that my camera doesn't want to rotate. So fine. We are now live streaming. For everyone that was in my last live stream that was all of, I don't know, 2 seconds long, then thank you very much. I have this inability to do live streams without them fucking up. So, thank you very much. Yes, today we are going to talk about absolutely anything that you ask me, because this is going to be an AMA, an Ask Me Anything, and a Q&A for YouTube subscribers. And hopefully, I'm going to teach you how to get more YouTube subscribers whilst I'm sat here in my funky shirt. So, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for everyone that's watching. This video and this live stream is sponsored by TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a browser-based plugin that will help you rank better, get more views, and generally succeed on YouTube growth. So, if you want to check them out, and if you want to get a 20% discount on anything, on the paid upgrades, there's a link in the description down below, and use the code ALANSBuddy, A-L-A-N-S Buddy. So, yeah. So, please tell me what you've been up to this week. Let me know what you've been doing. Say hello so I know you're in search, and then we can commence our chat. Now, when it comes to growing on YouTube, everybody focuses so much on the numbers. And the numbers seem to rule a load of YouTubers. At the end of the day, you need to be creating content that you are happy with. You need to be creating content on a content plan. You need to have an end goal in mind. Now, what are you planning on doing with your YouTube channel? Right now, my long-term goal in 3 to 4 years' time is to build a large enough audience or community that is engaged with what I do, that I see on a regular basis, maybe hang out on Friday live streams, or that are in the comment section, that sometime, as they continue to grow their brand, or as they continue to learn their hobby, that maybe they might come to me to buy a service, buy a package. Maybe I can do channel reviews for them. Maybe I can give them tricks and tips. Maybe they donate via Super Chat to buy me coffees. Maybe they like my stuff and they want to buy my merch. That's in all honesty the way I'd like to go. In the long term, I'd hope to consult with people, help people grow. If they're a business that's looking to boost their social media presence, I can help them with that. So what I do, knowing my end goal, is tailor my content now to what will help them in 3 years' time. So at the moment, I'm creating How to Become a YouTuber. That's a series. It's got around about 8 videos in it, maybe more. And it starts from how to pick a niche, why a niche is important, all the way through to how to make money online, how to collaborate, how to grow your channel. Now, within those 8 videos, we step through every fine detail. Now, why am I doing that? The idea is to give the advice away for free so people can start growing their brands. And once they trust me, or once they download my free PDF, which is a ebook on 10 ways to grow your YouTube channel, which a link in the description, then I have them within my sphere of influence. I can help them, I can guide them, I can advise on plugins and advise on software that they might want to use. That then, in return, may make me money through affiliate links, or may, once again, earn their trust enough that they want to contact me to have a direct one-to-one consultation. Or they reach out and ask for advice, whether it's YouTubey or whether it's personal. I mean, I've had a few people that have been in my live stream asking life advice, and I'm here to help. I quite like the community we're building here. Over time, I want to upgrade the kind of setup I'm doing. Like, I'm still talking to a mobile phone, because I've still yet to figure out the whole Streamlabs thing, which I will do. But overall, if you know your long-term goal, if you know who you are and what you're focusing on and who you want to help, then you can ask those questions, you can make those videos, you can tailor your content to assist them. Now, if you don't know what you're doing yet, then make content that you like. Make content that you and people like you would like to watch. So, I'm the administrator of a Download Festival fan page. Download is a music festival. It's a rock and, well, it used to be rock and metal. It's mainly rock nowadays, right? But if I was creating content for them directly, I'd be creating festival tips. I'd creating content that would help them understand what they need. Life hacks, shiwis, tent suggestions, that kind of thing. Now, if you like computer games, why not make help guides about how you got the most powerful weapon in your favourite game? If you like books, why not suggest books or show book hauls or summarise your favourite book for people that aren't willing to read it, or review books that come out. These book reviews you could then link to Amazon using affiliate links, or Audible using affiliate links and make money through them. Now, why are you tailoring yourself to these audiences? Well, if after 3 years you've created enough content for them to watch, for them to love you, for them to continue to hang around and ask you questions in chat, or continue to comment on your videos, then they're going to be more engaged. So when you're able to offer them the ultimate solution of, I don't know, the ultimate tent to take to a music festival, and it's 20, 30 quid, they're more likely to trust you on that purchase or that product. Now, it could be the same with makeup. It could be the same with books. It could be the same with anything. All you need to do is consider the end goal. Okay, hello Lauren. I closed it to focus on my professional life. At the end of the day, I've been on YouTube for around about 6-7 years. I started with an entertainment brand, and that entertainment brand helped me a lot. For 4 or 5 years, I was on YouTube creating funny, weird, maybe not safe for work content. And whilst I was a depressed individual, that helped me because it made me chuckle every day. But I also felt that it was time to grow up and move forward. So although that channel had 40-odd thousand subscribers, I made a deal and I walked away from that channel. That channel no longer exists, but I'm still here. Hopefully my sense of humour continues within my videos that are on the Alan Spicer channel. I continue to grow that brand. I continue to stick around. If you want a little bit more of the hairy personality, then there are still pages on Facebook and Twitter, or hang out in the live streams when you get to see my face and I'm less scripted or less bullet pointy or less businessy because I'm much more personal. I hope that doesn't disappoint you too much, Lauren. So hello everyone that's currently in the live chat. Welcome, please say hello. Feel free to ask me a question. Let me know what you're doing. Hello, the south of the Straight Show. Welcome. I'm trying to gain subscribers terribly. What would you suggest for a show that highlights Michigan music? Okay. That's a very... Is that Michigan as in the American location? If it is, I assume. What I suggest is if you are already into the scene, maybe, because that's very niche, because that's very local, then talk about the locations, talk about the gigs that are at the weekend, maybe try and talk to the bands, maybe review their set, maybe try and get them into interviews if you can. You know, explain to them that your channel is dedicated to music, and then it's dedicated to that scene and that Michigan scene. And then sit them down and explain how this could help them as a mini promotional piece, as a fan of music, a fan of their music. And then maybe see if they can do a quick interview. 5-10 minutes, even if it's at the end of the show, even you buy them a couple of pints. Now, what that will do is it'll build up a base, right? And that if you've got enough of those bands and you title them properly, you never know. People might be hunting for that band and find that interview. They might watch that interview and stick around. Or, in my case, one of my very first gigs, 8-ish years ago. Is that right? Surely that's not right. Anyway, one of my first music gigs was in a little bar in Leeds, Rio. And I paid £5 to get in, and that £5 allowed me to see a few bands. The headline, and it was a Halloween gig. It was All Hallows Eve, and the headliner was a band called Skindred. They were supported by Forever Never, Mishkin, and Chasing Jade. Now, for some people, none of those will ring a bell. Mishkin, I believe, went on to do fairly well. Forever Never toured with the likes of Fozzy and, I believe, Stone Sour for a little bit. I may be wrong. That's part of kind of like a Kerrang Warp Tour type thing. But they supported. They had a really good run on Kerrang TV. Now, Skindred, on the other hand, are now possibly one of the largest reggae metal bands on the planet. They've gone from £5 tickets to £35 tickets. They've gone from a place that could hold 100 or 200 people to a place that can hold thousands. They've now on their 7th album. They are huge. Now imagine if 7 years ago I sat down, I bought Benji Webb a couple of pints, I had a couple of words with him, I took a 5-10 minute interview, and I uploaded it. Imagine the amount of traction you could get in the long run of people searching for Benji Webb interview, Skindred interview 2012, 2010, something like that. You get to see really early traffic. Some of them will never see the light of day. Some of them might be lucky. And if you're introducing that as the Michigan scene, then maybe that will help you grow your brand and your authority within that scene. Hope that helped, by the way. I've met a sociopath on YouTube claiming to help people. Is this in relation to Logan Paul? Yes. Please remember, everyone that's in the live stream right now, click that like button, bombard me with questions, and I'll answer them as soon as possible. This is an AMA on absolutely anything. I am hoping to talk about YouTube growth, but if you have any life questions or, I don't know, festival questions, then fine. Just fire them at me. Hey, buddy, I'm glad you're feeling better, and we're all entitled to fuck up in life at some time. Yeah, see, for some reason, I don't seem to be able to nail the live streamy thing. So in this case, I promoted it all, and now everyone's arrived at the wrong web address, maybe. I just suck at the whole promotion-y thing when it comes to live streams. You know, I know that I also need to keep regular. If I'd stayed regular last week, then maybe more people would be used to me being around. That's fine, and YouTube takes a little while to promote as well. That's also fine, right? But yeah, I send out all the tweets and stuff. I'll get there at the end. Trying to gain subscribers terribly. Read that one. You're a very eloquent speaker, Alan, but you have great banter too. Thank you. I've watched your Shane Dawson and Logan Paul video. Have you met any of these people you talked about? No. Do you honestly think that if I met Logan or Jake Paul, that one, I'd be able to pull my punches, and two, surely if you meet Logan or Jake Paul, right, and they've made a substantial change, thing in your life. Lauren, it's kind of a mix of both. But I made a deal with YouTube that it was time to move on, in all honesty. It was time to grow up. But no, I haven't met any of them. Hello, T. Again, I can't pronounce that, I apologise. Week has been good. Took loads of photos with my girl, really amazing. We've grown more intimate and I love it. Brilliant, it's always great. Sorry, I'm just looking at the fact that I'm having problems with the other live stream that existed for all of a second and then disappeared. So, hello everyone. How's everyone? This week, excellent response. We've implored many of those tactics mentioned, and will continue to do so, as well as looking for more national acts from Michigan to highlight. Check out Greta Van Fleet for some. See, all you need to do is, the music scene can be an issue, right? But if you go to a gig or a few gigs, or you hunt out, like every place around here, like if I really hunted out for it, I could go and see a new band every night. I'm sure of it, you know, whether it's a local bar, whether it's a kind of club, right? I'm in a student town, so if you went out one night, you went to a gig, or if you went out every other night and you hunted out gigs, I'm sure you could get a load of content. If you sit there and there's a load of support bands, and you ask, not only an interview for the band, but an interview in frequently asked questions things like, if they're not known and they're a solo artist, sit down and ask them, how did you learn guitar? How did you get into music? Right? These could be tips that you can then title tips from musician. Tips from a professional musician, tips from a performer. And then in the long run, if they do become famous, then fine. If they don't, then fine. But those are the kind of advice and tips that you might get interested in from other musicians. And those musicians might then contact you about the Michigan music scene and how they can get into bars and venues. So if you mix the two, if you do interviews with bands and tricks and tips from musicians, and if they are popular musicians, obviously use their name. If not, it would be, you know, how did you learn to play guitar? How did you first realise you could sing? When did you first get over your stage fright? What was your first gig? How did you get your first gig? Blah, blah, blah. Those kind of questions could be interesting from any performer. And try and harvest videos and content out of them that way. I'm gearing up for my first video. Can't wait. I'll get it up in the next week or so. What's your first video going to be about, Vinny? I volunteered at a music fest for 4 days last week. I was too busy at my volunteering stuff to do this. See, I know a friend who does pretty much only security. Like, she's seen some of the biggest acts whilst her backs were turned. I mean, Guns N' Roses, Marilyn Manson, Depeche Mode, easily 4 or 5 festivals a year, if not more. Set builds, set breakdowns. I mean, yeah, but there's nothing stopping you vlogging the experience. There's nothing. Now, if you're talking about your experience at the music venue, fine, do a vlog. Or you can use that chance to get a load of B-roll, footage that goes over your videos. And then maybe make a thoughts video where you're talking about the power of music, the community of music, how it can pull people together. And then you can have a video with a load of B-roll that highlights your love or your passion for something. Now, the example for me would be, I could be talking about how to free your mind and think of more creative ideas. And that video could have B-roll footage of me walking down the canal, or skydiving, or people playing in a park, or playing with a kite. So never miss the opportunity to catch some footage. And in some cases, I know when I first started, when I was sat in a dark orange room, I could make some really good thoughts, but those thoughts would be encapsulated in a disgustingly orange video. But if I was to go back and remake those videos now, and I was talking about, I don't know, my favourite dreams or my childhood, and I'm telling you 5 things about me, like I wear glasses, I can't eat dairy, I'd love to have a VW camper van, I could still be in an orange room, but you wouldn't have to you wouldn't have to see me. You'd see the footage of me in a VW camper van. You could see the footage of cheese. So at the end of the day, you can always take the opportunity to make content. It will be a review of Season 1 of Xena Princess Warrior. Okay, never seen that. How are you going to make it a little different for people that have seen it? I believe Xena Warrior Princess is now many, many, many years old and isn't necessarily a search term that people would be hunting. So you need to consider how you make that relevant and topical for today. I don't know, Xena Warrior Princess Season 1, and how it reminds me of Donald Trump's face, for example. I did this, I just have to edit the footage. I've fallen out of love with YouTube. Why have you fallen out of love with YouTube? I mean, I know many people have YouTube burnout from time to time. I know it can get hard. I know it's not always easy, don't get me wrong. But if you give up, then you don't know what you're going to do in 2 years' time. Now, a good example, my original channel, for the first 2-3 years, didn't really do much. I was uploading content 2 to 3 times a week, and it just felt like I was plugging away and uploading content that no one was ever seeing. Now, what I advise is that in the long run, those videos may never get seen, but they will sit there, or they might get people to go back and look at them. But if I gave up 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I wouldn't be here now as a YouTube certified expert, earning enough to pay my bills to work from home as a YouTube expert, and getting clients. When it comes to giving up and just doing translation for people, I've opened up all my video for translation. You're more than welcome to do so, as lovely. I appreciate the offer. It will certainly help me and my community. And you're obviously part of that community. So if you can help get more people in to join the Stark creating family, then brilliant. There's me wiggling my camera around. I know it's wonky. But yes, just consider yourself. If you was to quit now, would you kick yourself in 2 years that you quit? I mean, I know me now, if I look back, and if me now had quit 2-3 years back, I would be pissed off at myself. To use a phrase that I think I even quoted in a video, it's from Nick Nimmin. Do something today that you'll thank yourself for tomorrow. Now, I'd love to go back and thank myself for starting YouTube videos. I was a little later than I should have been. I had a few friends suggesting that I should start a YouTube channel ages ago. Hello, just hate. But when I finally did it, and I finally started, and I finally got into the pattern of it all, yeah, I'm here. And now it's 5-6 years now, right? And now I'm sat here on Fridays chatting to people that see me on a regular basis, that I engage with, that I hopefully help. So yeah, it's a nice experience. So just make sure that you're not going to kick yourself for leaving in 2 or 3 years' time. Even if you just go into autopilot and you put up stuff that you feel that's kind of what people need, right? And then in 2 or 3 months' time, you might fall back in love with it. But if you take 2 or 3 months off, all of that hard work of you publishing regularly might disappear, and the momentum that you might have got from getting your regular views on 2 or 3 of your videos might disappear because you're not publishing regularly and YouTube decides to slowly forget you. So don't make any rash decisions. maybe bulk record a load of stuff at the weekend, this weekend, and slowly drip it out one video a week for the next 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 weeks. And then you've got 6 weeks to think about staying on YouTube or what content that you want to make to help yourself fall back in love with it. Also, ask yourself why you've fallen out of love with YouTube. What are you fed up with? Is it the lack of views? Is it the lack of interaction? Do you not like the content that you're making? Maybe you should change what you're doing to talk about stuff that you would love to talk about hours and hours and hours and hours on end. Or just, and what I did for 2 or 3 years is I made stuff that made me laugh because I wasn't feeling happy inside. So I tried to make myself laugh, and I hopefully made other people laugh along with me. So that might be the way to go as well. Just something that makes you like sticking around. So hello everyone that's currently in the live stream. I'm Alan Spicer. I'm a YouTube certified expert. I'm also just generally here to hang out with you. So if you've got any questions about your YouTube channel, how to grow on YouTube, how to get subscribers, or just life in general, then feel free to ask in the chat. Remember to hit that like button to show us out to as many people as we can, and bombard me with abuse or love in the comments and the chat, and we can hang out and see what we can do. Vinny, if I was to meet you, I'd buy you a drink for all your help. I reckon the night would be fun. I've lately become a party animal. See, that's my party. If you used to buy me a drink, it's more likely to be a coffee, Vinny. We can sit, we can chill, we can share one in Costa. It's fine. I'm not much of a drinker, if I'm honest. I mean, on the odd occasion, I'll go out and I'll have a few. That's okay, that's lovely. Don't give up. Just give yourself some time to fall back in love with it. And if you don't, then fine. But if you do, then yourself will thank you because you didn't give up. Yeah, I'm not really a drinker. Like, I'll drink at birthdays and I'll drink at Christmas, right? But even at Christmas, like, I've got family members that go out on a New Year's Eve pub crawl. It's Eve because you don't want to go out on the pub crawl Christmas Eve because you'll feel like crap Christmas Day. So they go out Christmas Eve, so they feel crap Christmas Eve, and then they feel better Christmas Day. And they start at 12 o'clock, and they blast their way through beers until about 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock-ish, and then they go home. Now, I've done that once, and I liked it, right? But that's in Kent, so it gets expensive. And other than that, like, the occasional time I'll go out and I'll have a few drinks, and then I'll go, you know what, why don't we give so-and-so, and I'll have a few too many drinks. But I'm not that much of a drinker. My other half doesn't mind the odd drink every now and then, but I'm very proud of her. She's going on Stoptober, or Stay Sober October Sober October thingy, this year. So, yeah. But other than that, I don't really drink. If you can, Alan, check out our channel sometime. You just gained another sub from me. That's great. Sub from the Straight Shay. It's brilliant. If you really like, if you need any advice, if you want an in-depth channel review, there is a, super chat button there. That would be great. I can do it. I can't do it directly on the live stream, but I can always get in touch. But, I do love coffee, and coffees cost a couple of dollars. That's a nice way to say thank you. Plus, my girl my girl's a blast to hang out with. That's cool. Are you in uni, Vinny? How did you meet the lass? Just a yes. Your videos are helpful. And I was thinking, when you have days when you just can't do YouTube anymore, just schedule a ton of stuff for a while. But anyway, how do you celebrate Boxing Day? Now, that's two things. When I get... Every now and then I'll get a bit... I think we all do about YouTube. But I bulk record. So yesterday I bulk recorded 6 videos. I put out 3 videos a week. So that is... I can't do this. There you go. That is 2 weeks worth of content. That's there. And I can edit it, and I can optimize it, and I can upload it. and I can schedule it, and then when I promote it, when it goes live, I can communicate with it. But if I'm having a drought, and I was a couple of weeks back, I had a load of notes in my make these videos thingy, because I've got a little notepad that I put on my computer, and I was looking at those and going, I don't like the idea of that one. I don't want to make that one. I think I've already made that one. Now, the best thing to recharge your YouTube passion is to watch the people that inspired you in the first place. Now, when I had a dip, I went to watch Roberto Blake. I went to watch Nick Nimmin. Very recently, as in like before this live stream, I was watching Sonny Lenarduzzi, which is a fairly new one for me, I'll be honest. So, if you are 2 weeks ahead of yourself, you can just chill, upload, promote, feel meh about it, but whilst you're feeling meh, you have 2 weeks to recharge that battery, that brain, and put out something. You never know, there might be somewhere out there that inspires you to make a video. I put out yesterday a video about the Shane Dawson and Jake Paul. It was my opinion on a YouTube topic. There might be something that pops your interest. Hello, Georgia. It's my pretty lady. So yeah, at the end of the day, you can be meh about any hobbies. Like I'm sure everyone that goes to the gym every now and then has a feeling, or everyone that goes to a job feels every now and then. You just need to fall back in love with your hobby, and if you go out of your way to recharge yourself in the way that people like it, right, then it's the way to go, right? It's the way you can recharge that influence, or go off and watch something that inspires you. Change the content of your channel, something that lifts you. So yes, that's what I do when I'm feeling a bit when it comes to Boxing Day, I'm a bit weird. I travelled down to Kent for Christmas because I live in Huddersfield. So it takes me 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, depending on if I take a train or a bus. And I tend to spend the first 2 or 3 days with my mum. And then I spend the next 2 or 3 days at my sister's. So when it comes to Boxing Day, last year I was at my sister's, and what we do is we just eat the leftover snacks and hang out and chill and play board games, and it's sliced ham and just stuff like that, really. We don't really celebrate it, we just chill. Boxing Day's for watching the kids play with their toys. Boxing Day's watching Jumanji and Great Escape and Shrek 17 or whatever it's on now. What do you do? That's a good question for everyone in the chat. What do you do to celebrate Boxing Day? And what inspires you to make content if you're a YouTube creator? Or what YouTube creators do you like to watch to feel inspired? Hello, Mrs. Allen. When are you both going to do a live stream? You never know. Give it a few months. We might be in the same place at the same time. What is Boxing Day? Hello, Master Coach University. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, so the 26th of December. We call it Boxing Day in the UK. I think they call it Boxing Day in America. I'm not sure if it's a universal thing. I'm not sure if everyone calls it Boxing Day. And in all honesty, I don't know where the term Boxing Day comes from. So we'll see. But no, when it comes to creating content and getting seen and doing everything that you need to do on YouTube, then just never give up, because if you give up, then how are you going to find that next dedicated fan? If you give up, how are you going to create the content that people want to? So, what's everyone been up to this week? In the USA, we don't have Boxing Day. It's a super shopping day. Okay. So like Black Christmas Friday thing. Is that a thing? See, but you also have like Thanksgiving. We don't do Thanksgiving. That's fairly soon, isn't it? Thanksgiving? No. Or is it Thanksgiving in like Canada this month and Thanksgiving in America at the end of November? Thank you very much, As Lovely. Feel free to work your way from either the most popular backwards or the most latest one backwards. But thank you very much, As Lovely. I'll chat to you soon, no doubt. Have a good one. See you soon. Yes, we fight each other for sale items. Fair enough. Thanksgiving. Thank you very much, As Lovely. Thanksgiving is in November. Yeah, I thought it was. Isn't it the last weekend in November or something? See, we still get Black Friday sales and stuff. Was it the last Thursday? The last Thursday in November or something. I met her through a friend of mine who did an art class. She was the model. He introduced me. I'm extremely grateful. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we don't tend to do well. Lately, we've been infected by the Black Friday thingy, right, where people punch each other in the face for like £5 TVs. Black Friday is the Friday after Turkey Thursday. See, who has a bank holiday in the middle of the week? I mean, that's outrageous. Hello, Rosie. Is this weird? Should I? I know it's not wine, but yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm a bit floundery this evening. Tell you what though, I'm feeling better than I was last weekend. I don't know what it is. I get to the end of the week and either I've worked too much or I don't know, someone's cut the grass or something and my face melts. Last week I didn't even get the chance to make the whole video that says that I'm not live streaming. You know, the live stream that says that I'm not live streaming. But this week I thought I'd pop in, say hello, do the normal Q&A, hang out, let everybody know that I'm still alive, right? As you do. And then if I can make people smile, then great. Lately I felt so great. Now I'm all about spreading the love. What's the time there in California? It's 11:41 a.m. It is 7:41 a.m. so I'm 8 hours ahead. It's kind of one of the reasons why you'll notice recently the last couple of videos are published around about 6 or 7 o'clock UK time. So that's what, 10, 11 o'clock California time. I'm experimenting pushing my publishing times to UK evening rather than UK morning, because UK morning would be like 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock at night in America. Now, I've been giving this advice for months, if not years, that you tailor your publishing and your content to the audience that you're publishing to. And I hadn't been taking my own advice. So we'll see how it goes. And yesterday's Jake Paul video did quite well. I think that's because it's a trending topic, and maybe because it was an American audience all at the same time. It's also quite a divisive topic. What I'm going to do is try it for an entire month. And we'll see how it goes. Being loved up is amazing, wouldn't you agree? I think so. At the end of the day, anything that makes you smile and makes your life a little bit easier, it's much worth holding on to, in my opinion. And it's a lot harder to get than you think sometimes. So if they make you smile, if they make you feel warm and gooey inside, if you can hang around them and be stupid with them, be silly with them, or have them waffle at you, or you waffle at them and you feel comfortable, then hold on to that person for dear life and never let them go. What are your thoughts on YouTube as an art opposed to how to commerce gossip like animation and music and such? Do you mean as an art form or as an art YouTuber? If you mean as an art or a content creator, it is harder under the new algorithm. Don't get me wrong, because I understand that making an art product isn't as easy as turning on a camera. As an art form, it could be something that you can hone. It could be a skill that you can learn. It's a good way to show your portfolio. You don't have to be creating content for everyone. You can use your YouTube channel as a CV. So if you're putting up stuff for art, if you're putting up stuff to prove that you can make it, use it as a portfolio. I mean, I know most people that are artsy prefer to use Vimeo as a portfolio because it seems more exclusive. But if you are using it as an art creator and you want to use YouTube to show off your art stuff and teach art stuff or animation, then yes, the YouTube algorithm is a problem. They changed it recently for fast, regular, long-form content. Ideally, the last 2 or 3 years, you had to have videos that were over 10 minutes long, that were funny, that were catchy, and you had to publish daily or every other day. And I understand that a fantastic piece of art can't be knocked up in a couple of hours and may take a few days. Now, that shouldn't stop you. You can turn one piece of content that is you, for example, drawing, into many other forms of content. Whilst you're drawing, talk to the camera. Whilst you're drawing, turn it into a story time thing. So today I'm going to be drawing Jessica Rabbit, and I've got a story personally about Jessica Rabbit. This is why Jessica Rabbit means so much to me. Or you could be talking about Beatrix Potter or the Avengers. You could be drawing an Avenger character talking about the latest film. Or you could be using it as an advantage as a tutorial. This is how I draw Beatrix Potter's rabbits. Or speed drawing. Or colour grading. That kind of thing. You could also do behind the scenes type stuff. So if you're doing an art piece on, once again, I don't know, Paddington Bear, and that video is out on the Saturday, you could, on Monday, record a video telling people what Paddington Bear means to you. On the Wednesday, you could review Paddington Bear's latest film, and then on the Friday or Saturday, you can upload the Paddington Bear sketch. You've been given an entire week to create content, that is the drawing, and the other two are slightly quicker to create. That way, there's 3 pieces of content around one idea. And that's three videos that you feed to the YouTube algorithm, rather than 3 drawings that would take much longer to create. As an art form, it's a skill. I said this before. Many people... the mug's in the sink. I'm not drinking tea. I've run out of milk. I'll go and get it later. Now, the art form... I released a video the other month saying that I'm not just a YouTuber. And I think that's the same for everyone. And this is where it plays into, yes, YouTube is an art form. It's a skill. It's a talent. At the end of the day, for you to create a video, you need to think of a content title. You need to think how that would relate to your audience. You have to script that video. You then have to set up all of your lighting equipment, so therefore it lights you better. Check your audio, check your equipment. Record the video. Edit the video, upload the video, optimize the video, promote the video. There's 10 odd hats there, 10 odd jobs to this one specific video. It truly is a skill or an art form, and it shouldn't be underestimated. So, hello everyone, it's currently in the live stream. I'm Alan Spicer. Feel free to ask me any questions that you may have. Some people may have noticed that I'm drinking water rather than my mug, and my mug is in my kitchen. I apologise. If you'd like to buy your very own mug, you can go to alanspicer.com/shop or use the link in the description down below, and you can get your own, start creating, go out there, start creating, or here we go, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, the lot. Feel free to bombard me with questions in the chat. I will give you a deep, diving answer to your question. It could be about YouTube, it could be about anything. That's what we're here to do today, to just hang out and answer your questions. I found that having a new routine helps me in life. Do you have any type of routine? I used to have a very healthy routine in the mornings. I used to get up at 6 in the morning to get to the gym for 7. I'd then do about 30-45 minutes in the gym, just on the treadmill. And then when I got home, it'd be about 8 o'clock-ish, 8:30. I'd then edit my videos, have my breakfast, and then I'd be ready for the day. That was at the start of the year. That did really, really well. I even lost a couple of stone. I was putting out regular YouTube content. Unfortunately, that routine kind of slipped away. At the moment, I've got a different routine. It's what I call the life routine. I'm at my beautiful other halves for most of my weekends. I then come back on a Tuesday. On Wednesday or Thursdays, I record my videos in bulk. And then, depending on if I recorded them on Wednesday, I'll edit them on Thursday. If I recorded them on Thursday, I'll edit them on Friday. And then I live stream on Friday. And then I'm off to the missus for the weekend. So a life routine does kick in. Work-wise, I do tend to do specific things on specific days, mainly because that's bound by my clients. They'll have publishing times and I have to edit their videos and get them up. I do try to bulk record. I do try to edit 2, 3, 4 videos a day if I can. And if I can get ahead on my workload, then I will do. Mostly my routine kind of spins around my life at the weekend, and for example, on a Saturday, then I make sure that I've done the promotion stuff accordingly. What kind of routine are you doing at the moment, Vinny? Do you have a video on how to use popular songs but give credit so you won't get copyrighted and get your account deleted? Just 8. I believe I've done a video which is fair use on YouTube. Go and check that one out. I also think I did a how to use music online, or I planned it and never made it. But definitely check out the fair use video. That will explain it. Also, if you go to the audio library, which is on the left-hand side, so you go to your dashboard on the bottom left-hand corner, scroll down, there's Create, and then there's an audio library. In the audio library, there's a load of free music that you can use, including some popular music that won't have a problem at all with copyright, and you won't get flagged or anything. You can also use things like Audio Boom and other audio companies, but sometimes you might get flagged and then we have to appeal with proof. I've been seeing some new YouTubers that have awesome drone videos get deleted. Yeah, see, just make sure that you use royalty-free music, and if you're using the YouTube audio library, you won't have a problem. Thanks, sweetheart. My girl loved the gift I got her. It's wonderful seeing her smile. I found some. I sound so cheesy, but I don't care. That's cool. Does your lady have a YouTube too? No. I think she's a bit camera shy as well, so I can't ever imagine her doing regular YouTube videos. You never know. I've always said that when this channel hits, say, I don't know, 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers, that maybe I'd spin off and do like a personal channel. And that personal channel would be much less consistent, but maybe one video a week of me uploading and giving life updates, or me reacting to the news, or my opinion on, I don't know, my opinions on Formula 1, or my opinions on what's on the news, or the Kavanaugh situation, or Trump, or just generally brain vomit channel. Anything that isn't YouTube related, for example, I just talk about on there. And anything that is YouTube related, I try and spin and put on this channel. And you never know, she might, in the long run, have her face on there at some point. Maybe, maybe not. You know, and that would also be the place where I put my diary footage, for example, if we was to go on holiday, or if I was to fly a drone, or if I was to do one of my old, I think this type videos. I did a video on depression on my other channel a year or so ago. So those kind of things would possibly go on there. But you're not looking at that for at least another year or two. Because I'd want to push enough of you dedicated people from here to my personal channel. Because then if there's enough people over there, maybe that could get monetized as well. Because let's be honest, if it's monetized a little bit, then there's more incentive for me to put personal stuff on there. Just a random thought, just me thinking out loud. You're lagging a bit. I'm not anymore. Thank you. My routine consists of getting up, spending time with my girl, writing on my blog, and watching movies. That's cool. Just 8. It doesn't exist yet. I usually get like 30 views on a video. I got 1K on one of my videos, but it only got like 2 subscribers. Is that bad? No, hello Dank T, by the way. Welcome. Hello. Some videos just are made for views, and some videos will convert for subs. You can't always have a video that gets views and subs. I know on my channel, if I talk about getting subscribers, that will help me get subscribers. If I talk about how to get more views, that video will get more views, but not necessarily subscribers. So you may have just stumbled onto a topic that is one of those. It was either topical, either people were talking about it, or people are more likely to watch it but not subscribe. There's also some specific channels that are more likely to get views but not subscribers. Have a look at kids' channels, for example. If you've got, say, a 3-year-old, let's call them, I don't know, Purple Rose, and they sit there with their tablet, and they sit there to watch 70 billion hours of Paw Patrol. That 2 to 3-year-old won't necessarily understand that they have to subscribe. They're not going to comment because it's not in their interest. They either can't, because, you know, they can't form those words at 2 or 3 enough to, you know, troll you in the comments. But they will watch, and they will watch consistently, and they will continue to either skip adverts or watch the whole adverts, and they'll continue to watch hour upon hour upon hour of that stuff back to back to back to back. God knows that toddlers do that. But you may have just come across a topic that more people are willing to watch for an opinion and leave on, or find your video funny enough to watch it, chuckle over and leave on. What I do suggest is that if that video's got a load of views, have a look at what that video is about, see where that traffic is coming from, and replicate another one of those videos. A follow-up. a spin-off, that video updated. At the end of the day, if you've got 1,000 views on that video compared to like 30 on another, someone clearly wanted to watch that more than your other content, so make more of that content regularly, and it might balance out that you get more views on a regular basis. I hope that helped, Dankty, and welcome. A personal channel sounds very cool. You're such a genuine guy with a fine sense of humour and outlook. See, I've always liked the idea of, I don't know, thoughts from places and stuff. So maybe I'd walk down. As I said, I did them previously, where it'd be like drone footage of Huddersfield, and I'd be talking about how I moved to Huddersfield. So yeah, maybe in the long run I'll do a personal channel where I can share my thoughts, where I go on a walk, or I talk about, I don't know, what's in the news or something. But at the moment, I'm trying to focus on building my company, building my brand, helping people on YouTube. So we'll see. So hello everyone that's in the live stream right now. Please remember to hit that like button. Click that thumbs up. Ask me as many questions as you want about life, about YouTube, absolutely anything, and we can hang out in this live stream and just chill. And I will deep dive into your question as much as we can. What have you been up to this week? I personally have been doing, well, work, I guess. I had my other half over for most of the week. And then I've been editing a load of videos, as normal. I've been planning my new website. I want to update my own personal website. At the moment, when I first broke into the web world, it was very brand focused. So my company website is hd1webdesign.com, where I sold web design and web design services for a long time. I've been in the web design world for around about 10, 11 years now. But it's only really been the last 16 months that I've focused solely on YouTube consulting. But I've obviously known my trade for many, many years, and I've been on YouTube for 5, 6 years. So what I'm going to be doing is overhauling my website. So I don't know which one I'm going to overhaul. Either I'm going to overhaul HD1 Web Design, or I'm going to overhaul AlanSpicer.com. And it will be focused very much more on my branding, my services that I'm hoping to offer to you, online training courses, packages and services, that kind of thing. And then that way, if you need help with thumbnail templates, you'll be able to go on there and buy 10 thumbnail ideas for like £5 or something, or just a list of things. Hey Alan, just wanted to say that I've been a subscriber for months. I found out you from trending. You're the fucking man. Thank you very much, Brown. Brown status. Welcome. What was your first video that you watched? Have you got any questions? Feel free to hang out. And we can just chill on this Friday. I like how candidly you mention your struggles with depression. I too have battled, and it's good hearing somebody else talk about it. Now, don't get me wrong, Vinny. When I was struggling, I wasn't talking to anyone. When I was struggling, it was hard. And when you do struggle, I guess it's like alcoholism. You're never not an alcoholic once you're an alcoholic. And once you've suffered from depression, you kind of know what it feels like to be under that cloud and in that rain and walking through that sticky syrup that holds your feet to the floor. And especially with men, I tend to find that not many men are open about it. Maybe it's depression in general. Many people don't talk about it. But I honestly feel that if I can offer some advice, if I can share how I felt and how I could improve my situation, then maybe I can help one other person. And that's all that matters in the end. Because all it takes is for that one person to reach out to tell you that they understand. All it takes is that one person to reach out and not make you feel like you're weak. Or that one I think we've all had that person that just goes, well, just shrug it off. Get over it. it's nice to know that someone doesn't want to fix your problems but understands where you're coming from, that's been in that storm and you can see that's come out the other end or is feeling better from it. Because no one can 100% understand, 100% feel what you're feeling. But it's nice to know that you're not alone and you're not the first one to go through something similar. Hi, sir. I've completed 20,000 subscribers and 50,000 hours of watch time, but I've still not approved my AdSense. What you need to do is apply, and then you have to wait. It can take up to a month. TN59. It also depends on your content. Is it your content? Is it your videos? Is it within 12 months? Are they real? And is that watch hours or watch time minutes? They will assess your site. They'll assess your channel, and if they feel that it is acceptable, then they'll accept you. At the moment, I believe the queue is around about 2 to 3 weeks. At the start of the year, you was looking at 3 or 4 months. When I applied for YouTube monetization, it took them 2 or 3 weeks. So keep waiting, keep hoping, keep creating content, and I'm sure you'll get there. TN. Jess Lindsay. Hello. Thought of a question. How do you add the join option where people can sponsor you and get benefits? Do you need to have a bunch of subs for that? Yeah, unfortunately, Jess, it's 100,000 subscribers. They are rolling it back to 50,000 subscribers. But that's when your channel's randomly reviewed. And it will take time. So unfortunately, for many other small YouTubers, you're going to have to grow into it. But if you want a join or a membership type thing for dedicated people, I suggest Patreon. It's free. Make sure that you can offer things that way. But if you want a join or a community or a members button on YouTube, you're going to have to wait for YouTube to roll them out to lower numbers. At the moment, you have to have around about, I think they're rolling it to 50,000 subscribers. I think they mentioned that recently. The first video I watched of yours was a video regarding SEO, and I was like, this dude is down to earth, I'm subscribing. Was it my man nipples? Because everyone falls in love with my man nipples. And if it's not my man nipples, this is creeping you out and you have no idea what I'm doing. Everything you said is spot on, my friend. As Brown Status said, you're the fucking man. Thank you very much. Hey Alan, I have a question. Does swearing in your videos prevent being approved for ads? Might be a stupid question, but what the heck? No and yes. If you drop the odd F-bomb, it's not gonna get you demonetized. If 90% of your videos is just you swearing, then it might be deemed inappropriate for families. It also depends on how you're swearing. If I'm just saying fuck, 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 not a problem. If I'm saying fuck your family and I want to stab you in the face, that's offensive, that's threatening, and that's against YouTube terms of service. And if you do that too often, you would be deemed unmonetizable. And when you're applying for YouTube partnership, they will look at a few of your videos and make sure you're and test to see those. But once you applied, if they reject you, you can wait another 30 days to reapply. You just keep creating content or remove the content that you feel is offending. But you need to make sure that you still have the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And those 4,000 hours of watch time have to be on public videos. If you click unlisted, it will remove it from that tally. But if every now and then you're throwing an F-bomb whilst playing games, or if you're stroking your man nipples for the second time of a live stream, looking right into the camera, then that's not going to get you like demonetized. It just means people will laugh at you. The return of the man nipples. Yeah, we all know you love them, Georgia. It wouldn't be an Alan video without the man nipples. If you got it, flaunt it. That's okay. Glad to help brown status. At the end of the day, it's all about intent, and it's all about being as friendly as possible. But PewDiePie swears all the time. I'm sure him dropping 4 or 5 F-bombs doesn't get him demonetized. But if you can try to curb it, then fine. I think in all of my 200 odd videos, I might have said, I don't know, 10-ish swears maybe, and my other half will tell you that I swear like a freight train. They just fall out my face. Just make sure that you're in the mindset when you're creating content that you try and reel it back. I noticed the super chat. I noticed the super chat where you can send donations. Is that for everyone with a live video, or if you have a lot of subs too? No, Jess. It's the super chat will show up if you are monetized. So if you're part of the YouTube partnership program, if you're 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, and then you've been approved for monetization and you have ads run against your videos, then you'll get a super chat button that you can activate. And then in this case, for example, if you really like that super chat button, you can click on the super chat and you can donate £5 or £10. I can go and get a nice cup of coffee or a bagel, and then you can see exactly how it works, and we can talk about that more in detail on a live stream. But yeah, the super chat button arrives when your channel is monetized, just like any other advertisements. I censor my F-bombs though. Every time I swear, that bleep effect sometimes sounds even funnier. Yeah, well, very much agreed. And if you're censoring them, it doesn't matter. In fact, yes, in some cases, you could even not swear and use a bleeping noise, and it's fine. The super chat is very much like a tip jar. So if you want to use that, then fine. Also, if you use the tip jar, then I might, stroll over to your website or give you a shout out or give you a few tips on your channel, kind of like a mini review live on the live stream. I can't put them up on the screen because I'm not using OBS, but yeah. When it comes to the super chat, YouTube take 35 to 40% of every payment. So if you was to give me a £10 tip, you would pay via your credit debit card, or I believe they accept PayPal and Google payments and stuff like that. And it can be in any international currency that you wish. You can. I also believe you can give as little as like 50 pence or 50 cents, that kind of thing. But yes, it's then split. So if you give me £1, for example, 35 to 40 pence of that would go to YouTube as part of the partnership agreement. And then it's paid into your AdSense account. And then you get that at the end of the month if you've earned more than $60 per month. Or if you've saved it in your AdSense account, it can sit there until you're ready to release it. But it's part of the whole YouTube partnership program. Now you can get it the opposite way around. You can get a way around it. If you use Streamlabs, which is free, and you hook it up to PayPal, you can get a donation link that you put in the top of your live streams. And when people donate, it goes to your PayPal account straight away, and they don't take any money off of you. But the super chat is visible on the mobile version and on desktop version, so it's slightly easier to do it that way, I guess. I seem to swear a lot too. My girl, for some reason, finds it amusing. I know I should swear less, but I'm also a Kent boy. It just falls out my face. My girl thinks the man nipple talk is very amusing. It's good. Show her your man nipples. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, see, at the end of the day, when it comes to creating a buzz around your YouTube channel, what you always need to do is be thinking of helping people. I love your accent. Thank you very much, Jess. Where are you from? This is a Kent accent that now lives in Yorkshire, so it's probably a bit butchered. But yes, you need to think when creating content for your YouTube channel, you need to think of how to help people. New York City, that's great. How's the pizza? So in the long run, I hope that in 2 to 3 years' time, if I'm creating 3 videos a week, that's 150 videos a year. If I have 3 years worth of content, that's 450 videos. And let's say 400 of those are how-tos. I want those 400 videos to be the things that people are hunting for. How to create a custom channel URL, how to create a subscribe link, how to add end cards, how to improve click-through rates, how to get subscribers, how to get more views, why you should use TubeBuddy, and things like that. Because if I have 400 videos that cover the most searched topics that I'm creating, then people will find them. And if they find them, they will answer the question that they are looking for an answer for there and then, whether it's now or whether it's in 3 years' time. So I make what's known as evergreen help content. And you can do the same. At the end of the day, if you help people, you can use them as little time bombs. And the more help videos you make, the more in the long run it can afford you to make your more personal videos. So I wouldn't have made a My Thoughts on Shane Dawson and Jake Paul video this time last year. Because this time last year, people didn't care about my opinion. And that's what people tend to misunderstand. You might want to be the next Alfie Days, the next Zoella, the next Danny's Not on Fire. But until you build up people's wish to see you and understand your life, then putting up videos of your life will mean that nobody gives a fuck. So what you need to do to get subscribers in the long run is build in that help content now, and then in a year's time or 2 years' time, you can start dripping in your personal life. And then in 3 or 4 years' time, maybe they'll want to watch just your personal life or your success story. If you have a look at Roberto Blake, he's got 1,200 videos on his YouTube channel, which are about how to do things in Adobe Premiere, how to get views on YouTube, how to optimize your video, how to draw in an audience. Lately, he's been doing videos on how to create passive income, how to get out of the 9-to-5 grind, how to be a freelancer, how to make money online. Because you've seen his advice, you then want to create content and watch the content that he creates explaining how he got there. So if you lay the foundations first and help people, you'll get what you want in the long run. Hello, XXX Gamer Boy. Welcome. I just showed my man nipples and she fainted at how hot they were. Just cool them down with like ice cubes. Because they shouldn't be too hot. They shouldn't burn her. And at the end of the day, you can always go live on YouTube, sit there, waffle on, talk about things, and then maybe people will find you funny or helpful enough, and they'll stick around and subscribe to your channel. That's also a good way to get subscribers. If you want to. I know that I find it's a nice way to chill for a weekend. Done all my work, I hop online, I chat for a bit. Right? And then because I chat, people laugh at my man nipples, or Vinny's man nipples, his ultra hot man nipples. Right? And then everyone's happy because we're all laughing at his ultra hot man nipples. I didn't think I'd ever say that. Sorry, Vinny. Welcome to a weird conversation. And for anyone that's just popped into a live stream right now and don't know what we're talking about, welcome to the weird world of my live streams. Please feel free to hit that like button, thumbs up, bombard my comment section and live chat with questions, and I'll see what I can do to answer them. Any tips on growing a comedy channel? The videos I make are not necessarily how-to videos, and people aren't necessarily searching for comedy skits. Okay, comedy videos, You need to give your opinion on trending topics. Be funny about the Kavanaugh situation. Be funny about what Donald Trump said on TV. Give a funny twist or skit about something that people do. Or title them as how-tos and make a funny skit. How to tie your tie. Just mess it up. How to Basic does it really, really well. They do like how to clean your bathroom. And then they're cleaning the bathroom and then eggs and stuff, right? Either lure them in with clickbait funniness or make a skit around a trending topic. Why not have a rant about the Baby Shark song? Why not rant on about Brett Kavanaugh? Or do a funny video that's your job interview, pretending that you're Brett Kavanaugh or that you want to replace Brett Kavanaugh. If you don't know who Brett Kavanaugh is, look at the news. He's the weird new dude in America that's causing problems. You need to play in to the search results game. And yes, people won't search funny skits. But they might search Brett Kavanaugh falls over. Donald Trump's new hairdo. Yeah? Just lean into something that's trending. The Mind of Jake Paul. The hamster. And then do a skit as if you're the hamster of Jake Paul. That kind of thing. Just lean into something that's trending and make something funny. And then maybe you might get a spark or a lift from that trending topic. Glad to help, Brown. Vinny is sunny. Ice cubes on nipples. That's very naughtal. Naughtal? My brain's not working. Brown, keep in touch with me. I've got some funny animations for you. That's cool, Jess. Alan, last time you was live, you said that YouTube live with someone who isn't physically with you is through a live app, right? Yeah. Use Hangout. Jess, you can live stream with like Google Hangouts, I believe. Yeah, you can't add guests on a mobile phone version, but yes, try Google Hangouts. You can invite people in. I've done a video how to live stream using Google Hangouts, and then you can invite people in, and then it could be you two talking with each other. I believe there are other apps out there like LiveMe or Zoom that might do the same. But yes, Google Hangouts. Thank you, my friend. No problems, Brown. Glad to help. Thanks for the new nickname. Super hot man nipples. I'll embrace it, as will my lady. I didn't say they were super hot man nipples. I mean, you seem to be bigging yourself up there, Vinny. Right? They just seem to be hot enough that you need ice cubes, Vinny. I mean it. This has turned into a weird live stream. So what's everybody doing this weekend? Do you have any plans? I'm personally going to be hanging out with my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend. Can you put it on YouTube? Can you put it on YouTube from Google Hangouts? Yes, once the Hangout's done, you hit publish. Just and it goes straight up there. Or it can sit there as unlisted, so you can do the titles, the descriptions, and the tags. And then you publish accordingly. It was great to have to go. Okay, Just 8. Thank you very much. So what are you doing this weekend? I think I'm going to be painting a spare room or hoovering a spare room for a little bit. But I don't know. I'm also going to be avoiding the urge of having a load of crisps and a pizza. Hopefully a nice curry or something. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry, I hope I didn't weird you out. I have a kooky sense of humour. If you ever get annoyed, please say, trust me, there's nothing you can say that can weird me out. Yeah, we can paint it. Well, yeah, we'll see. But I think maybe painting the spare room or hoovering it or cleaning it or something. Depends on the weather, but it's supposed to be absolutely horrific this weekend up in Huddersfield. and it's supposed to be getting colder this weekend as well. So we'll see. Jess, I'm going to relax all weekends. I'm recovering from back surgery. Ow. Was that choice? Did you have an accident or did you go in? For elective surgery of some kind. What was that for? I hope you're okay. I think you mentioned it last time, didn't you? That you was going in for back surgery. Brown, you can have me on Instagram. Okay, cool. Meowcat7. I'm on Instagram as Alan Spicer YT, if anyone's interested. I'm taking more pictures with my girl, and then we have some intimate time planned. Accident years ago. This is my second back surgery in 11 months time frame. I was hit by a car years ago. Yeah, they do say that the backs are more of a trouble because you move, it does everything, it lifts, it supports you. I hope you feel better. Do you know the recovery time on this? What are they doing? Are they fusing stuff? Are they drilling stuff? Are they removing stuff? I wish you the best, obviously. Ooh. Hello, Owen, by the way, if you're still around. Plus, I'm posing for an art class. That should be fun. See, I don't have the guts to do that kind of stuff. They want to do third surgery soon, but I'm done. They want to do a spinal fusion next time. So far, they've just been removing bone from my spine and shaving down my herniated disc. See, the spine, the fusion thing is supposed to be one of the things that helps, but there's also no going back from that. If you have a look at, is it a neck thing or a back thing? Because Kurt Angle and Edge from wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin, all had like neck and back fusion. Matt Hardy had a back fusion. Supposedly it helps, and they obviously bump around a lot. So maybe a fusion will help, and it doesn't move as much, but you do lose a range of movement. If you ever have a look at Kurt Angle when he's wrestling, if you even know who Kurt Angle is, he doesn't turn his head, he turns his body to move his head these days. Same with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he lost a lot of weight recently to help with his back and his neck. But I wish you all the best, Jess. In all seriousness, you have given me a lot of confidence, Alan. I can't thank you enough. Glad to help, Vinny. At the end of the day, life happens. If I can help people, then brilliant. That's all I'm here for. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's life advice, I quite like hanging out on Fridays, just chilling, just chatting shit. Having said that, not last week, but the weekend before, I did my live stream. I got off my live stream. For whatever reason, I was struck by horrific shivers. I'm not sure if I was coming down with something like the flu or something. But I was fine on live stream. As soon as I turned off the live stream, yeah, I was shaking. It wasn't really a cold evening. It was quite shivery. So I don't know. Life's a bit weird. But yeah, at the end of the day, if I can help people, I can help people. So hello everyone that's currently in the live stream. Please remember to hit that like button. To share us out to as many people as you can. Feel free to bombard me with questions. The more questions, the better. And when I run out of questions, I will disappear. YouTube addict. Had a YouTube withdrawal. Yeah, it's probably. But I went through a fit where I was pretty much addicted to things like Destiny for months and months and weeks and years on end. And when I stopped playing that, I didn't have shaking fits. And I'd just been on YouTube. And all I was doing was going to sit down to possibly advertise said YouTube video I'd just made. So I don't know. If I was ever in Huddersfield, it'd be fun to meet you. What do you think? As long as you don't stalk me, then fine. You never know. Maybe a cup of coffee, a cake, that kind of thing, maybe. But don't go out of your way to do it, because that's weird. If you're ever vaguely around, let me know. If not, don't show up at my house. That's creepy. With your man nipples. I think, on the note of Vinny's man nipples, we shall wrap up this live stream. So thank you very much, everybody that's watching. Please remember that to maximize your potential, you need to learn to help people in the long run. Think of the long-term goal. Think of where you want to be in 2, 3, 4 years' time. Start creating the content now that will help you hook those people in the future. In the meantime, if you need to help a lonely YouTube creator, feel free to hit that super chat button, or check out my t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that at alanspicer.com/shop. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and most importantly, go out there, start creating, and I'll see you soon. I will be here I would say next week, but next week I'm at my best mate's birthday party. So you might get to see me early next week. I might do a live stream on something like a Wednesday or a Thursday evening. I'm not too sure. But until then, hit that subscribe button, that notification icon so you're alerted when I do go live. Keep an eye out, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.